Yo, what's up? Today I'm going to be going over the Firriet strategy for the Harriet fight. This is kind of like a hard strategy to learn at first, just due to like lack of resources. Fur has a pretty good tutorial. I'll link that in the description, I guess. But some of the visual cues didn't really work that well for me, especially like the first phase of the fight. And I just thought it'd be helpful to kind of share out what I do. I find this to be like the easiest visual cues for all three phases and whatnot. And there's like smaller optimizations you can make, but for the most part, like really don't need to worry about that. So basically, what makes this strat work, just in general, is knowing exactly like what Harriet's doing at all times and her hop count, basically. So you just always have to know, what's going on. And I feel like most people know that already, so I won't go super in depth with that. But yeah, let's just get into this. So for the first phase of the fight, what you're going to be doing is just going into the arena, and then you're crouch walking upright, okay? So basically, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but she takes 6 hops, okay? So the first phase, she takes 6 hops. Let's go back a tiny bit. So as I'm skipping the cutscene, I'm just getting ready to start crouch walking upright. If you were to like look at a clock, it'd be about 2 o'clock. It's upright, but a little bit more right than up. So yeah, basically just 2 o'clock. You're going to be listening to how many hops she's taking. So she takes 6 hops, and right as she, like, you kind of hear it as well on that second hop, I'm not crouching anymore, I'm just standing there. So let me just play it without me talking for a second and just like try and watch for how I crouch walk for a second for 2 hops, and then I just release. Okay, so just listen real quick. She hears it's like 1, 2, and then I get out, okay? So now I'm just standing here. It's about this position, just in case you want to look at that. Then this is where you go into first person mode, and basically this entire strat for all of Harriet, we're going to be looking at this right, analog stick symbol. You can look at this arrow if you want to. I usually just look at the, analog stick symbol around that. So that's what I don't use any of these characters, any of this. I just use this circle right here, okay? And we're going to be lining it up directly in between the doors. And it's not as like, like when I was learning this, I thought it was like insanely precise. It's really not. You just have to basically get it between these doors. So just between these doors, making sure you're paying attention to the hops the entire time. You can jump almost right away because, it's a little bit tight lining it up. You have 2 hops, so then you basically have 4 to line this up here, so you kind of gotta hurry a tiny bit. Then you just do a full height jump, throw out Cappy, let him stay there, and then boom, just dive onto Harriet. You can do the RC if you want, but I wouldn't really recommend it. For this part here, I like to collect the coins just to make sure Cappy doesn't home into them. There's no reason to have these coins, and you might as well be doing something, so I usually just collect those, okay? Then the UFOs go into here, okay? It's gonna be on like this line on the floor. So UFO goes there every time, just like this general area. Like if there were to be the ring of coins still, it'll just be on like this coin about. So you just throw Cappy, boom. Okay, so here's the second phase. You see there's these 4 tiles on the floor, okay? These back 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mario just goes directly in the middle. And there's like 2 of these like corner sections in between. So there's like Harriet, the corner section, and then there's Mario. So it's basically just like the back 4 tiles, Mario's right in between, okay? Then we're going to go in first person mode and put it right on this spot on the floor, okay? That, R symbol right in the corner, okay? Right there. And just to like, go over that again. It's just down right from Harriet, so it's right 1, down 1, right there. And then, first person mode. She does 4 hops on this phase. Just to like sum it all up, the Harriet hop count is 6, 4, and then 2 for the final phase. So she's going to be doing 4 for this one. The reason I go over that is because you don't want to be jumping up on like 2 or 3 or some shit like really early, because it messes her up. Like sometimes if you jump too early, it just throws off and makes her do extra hops, and you just don't want to be doing that. So you just like pretty much as late as possible, but still enough time. Like you can give yourself a tiny bit of leeway, but just don't go super early. And what's nice about this is the last phase is literally the exact same, okay? And what I like to do is just get some of those coins, because, like, why not? And then there's this back coin, okay? You basically just collect that coin and then just let Cappy chill there. And that's where the UFO goes. So that's my visual cue. I just put Cappy on that coin, okay? So I just walk over. Cappy collects the coin, stays there. UFO goes right on top. And while that's all going on, I'm just walking over here. So I don't have to hurry or anything. I'm just, like, slowly walking over right to this exact same spot on the corner, okay? So Mario just goes right there. Exact same visual cue. Down right from Firriet, right there. 2 hops, so you jump pretty soon. And that is it. And just one small tip for this ending part. So I remember I used to struggle a lot trying to, like, spin pound from this arena to this arena, because the camera is super annoying here. But you can just throw out Cappy, dive. You don't, I mean, it can be anywhere in the arena, but the important part is you use a bumper button to recenter the camera. So then basically after this animation ends of, you know, all this, Firriet falls over, the statue explodes, you can just spin pound directly right and watch. Like, the camera doesn't do anything. Like, you just go right. And my gold kind of sucks because I forgot to roll again. But yeah, that's just a little tip for the ending. So basically, yeah, it's gonna basically wrap it up for this tutorial. Yeah, hope you enjoyed.